What was it again? What does he say at the start of every show?
Yes.
Oh, yes. That's what it is. Because, like every time Mark starts the show, he always goes, oh, yes. And every time he answers the phone, he goes, well. So, we need to keep a tradition. So we need you, Stuart, to say, hello.
Hello.
There he is. Stuart, what's been happening in the world of movies this week?
It hasn't been a very busy week, to be honest, even though there was like 26, 27 different films out. And that sounds a bit weird, that saying that it hasn't been a busy week, yet I've just said there's 27 films out.
Yeah.
None of the films that were released were big.
I mean, I'm kind of wondering, though, there's not really a lot of big sort of Christmassy theme movies, are there?
You've got Frozen, which is out on Friday, which is the one from Disney. You've got Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug, which is out next week.
But it's not even like a Christmas film about Santa or whatever either, is it?
Well, it's a Christmas movie in the sense that it leaves me cold anytime I watch it.
Yeah,
true.
And I prefer to see sort of like the alternative Christmas film where people are getting blown up or ripped apart or something like that, rather than seeing a jolly Santa.
A bit more Die Hard.
Yeah. More films where you've got a psychopathic Santa, like films like Sint or Rare Exports. Yeah, something like that.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Again, always a pleasure to have Stuart on the show.
I'm going to add that to my Christmas viewing.
Do you know what? I'm sick of just, happy, lovely, goofy,
people enjoying
cheesy
themselves
Christmas
and smiling.
movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just wrong.
Have we ever had a zombie movie set at Christmas?
Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be really good.
Zombie Santa. Zombie elves. Because we had the Family Guy special, Road to the North Pole, and it was pretty messed up. Mm-hmm. You've seen it, right?
Yes, I have, yeah.
It was pretty terrible. Stuart, any zombie Christmas movies?
I'm thinking, and I can't think of any. The closest I can get to, there's a British film called The Children. I don't know if you've seen that, about kids who sort of like get affected by this disease and they start killing their parents.
Right.
Wow. That's interesting.
Dark.
Yeah.
Does it come with their Christmas presents or something?
No, they just, for some reason, there's something in the forest and it starts affecting them, and then they start killing the parents, and then the parents start killing them. So there's scenes where kids getting impaled on doors and stuff like that. So that's a nice, charming film.
Lovely. Right, okay, so somebody stole my patent earlier for a Dalek Christmas tree, a zombie Christmas movie. That's my next goal now.
That's the next one, yeah.
That's going down in the book of ideas. On that bombshell, let's get into this week's top 10. Do you have anything major to say about the top 10 this week, Stuart? 3
new entries. There you go.
Right, well, I was talking about the top 10, not your personal life, but whatever.
Leave it.
Careful now. Right, okay, let's get into the top 10. At number 10, it's Las Vegas.
Actually, you've got the wrong top 10 there.
What?
Right.
This is the one that's on the site. Okay, what's at number 10 then?
The Family.
At number 10, it's The Family. This is going so super well.
Yeah, brilliantly well. Luc Besson directing, Robert De Niro and Michelle Pfeiffer and Diane Agron in a comedy gangster kind of film about a family who move over to France because every single time where they move, they always seem to cause a lot of trouble. Andy thought it was okay, even though it's been getting slated a lot by critics.
Okay, fair enough. Right, we don't have the top 10 list. See, this is why we need Marc. Because I was saying this to Ruth off air. Like, Marc is kind of the catalyst. We're just kind of the day players, We come in and make things work.
We're just kind of the good-looking faces that hang around.
Well, I am, but, But yeah, right, okay, Stuart, what's at number 9?
It's Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2.
Right, okay. At number 9, it's Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2.
Are you going to repeat me over and over again?
No, I think we have it now.
We got it now.
Good, yeah. Well, you know what I thought about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. It's a really fun animated film.
The world knows your views on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Can we get a foodimal? Ruth, have you heard that yet?
Yes, I love it.
Can you do Thor 3 as well?
Thor 3.
Every time. Stuart, you need to do Build-A-Bear workshop.
Oh, that'd be class.
We need to get his voice just saying cute nonsense, right? Record that and put it into a Build-A-Bear.
Put it in a little heart.
I'm telling you, we would make a fortune at Christmas.
You need to stop saying these ideas live on air.
Yeah, that's right. Well, at least we've got Stuart, so nobody can come along and nick that idea.
Yeah, that's true. They can't nick Stuart.
At number 8, it's Philomena.
I really like this film. It's a British film. Dame Judi Dench in it. Very well acted. It has a problem with the music, and it has a bit of a problem with building up to the main emotional scene in the film. But it's still a really good film.
At number 7, it's Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, me and Andy sort of have split opinions on this. He thinks this is the worst Marvel film. And I think it's actually one of the better ones because it did just concentrate on being a popcorn film, concentrate more on the action scenes rather than just getting bogged down by a lot of building up character storylines. And so I actually enjoyed it, and he thought it was quite weak.
Because what was Andy's problem with it? He said there wasn't enough drama in it?
Yeah.
Right, how does that work?
I don't know. I think he wanted more of more of the original Thor, but they've done all of that stuff. They've already set up the backstories with the characters, so we didn't need more of that. We wanted more of Thor kicking ass, to be honest.
Because I thought like the first Thor movie, there was way too much storyline and not enough action. So
yeah. Well, see, I really liked the first Thor movie.
I did like it
because I thought it was proper comic book goofy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you had the big regal sets on Asgard, and that's obviously where Thor fit in. And then you take that and put him in the juxtaposition of the Mexican town in the middle of nowhere, where he's instantly, oh, look, I'm breaking coffee cups because I want another coffee, and dupe, you know? And I thought that was quite funny and quite clever, too. So I really did enjoy the first movie. And then this one comes along, and it's epic. It is Marvel on a grand scale. I do think this is second only to Avengers Assemble. Just in terms of action and comedy as well. I found it quite funny in scenes too.
Yeah, I would agree.
Ruth, you've seen Thor: The Dark World?
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on the movie?
Pretty much the same as what you just said there, actually.
Yeah.
I'm in line with you. Don't worry.
Are you a Hiddlestoner?
Maybe.
Fan of the Tomage?
No.
No. You're definitely not a Tom Hiddleston fan?
No.
So Chris Hemsworth then?
I'm a Chris Hemsworth girl, yeah.
Right, okay. Let me guess, it's the muscles, right? Because there's that really gratuitous shot at the start of the movie. I think
it's more like the eyes or something, you know, but anyway.
Right, okay.
We're getting far too into this.
Indeed. You know, I could look like Chris Hemsworth. I just choose not to.
With Photoshop, yeah.
Oh, my pride. Oh. Well, you know, you could look like Natalie Portman, but, well, there you go. Anyway.
With Photoshop as well.
Indeed. At number 6, it's The Butler.
Lee Daniels, the butler, but I just refer to as the butler.
Who cares?
Yeah, I know. It centers around a butler played by Forrest Whitaker, who served under 13 different presidents. And he thought it was actually well acted, especially by Oprah Winfrey. She seems to revel in these kind of roles, and she was championing the movie a lot, especially on a TV station in America. So I'm surprised it's actually done as well over here. Because I thought it wouldn't do that well over here, because it's not a story we would actually would translate very well with us, considering it's a very Americanized movie. But it seems to have gone down very well for us.
But I mean, Oprah has been doing the rounds of the chat shows and everything as well, and has been working hard here in the UK to big it up as well and get a bit of publicity going. I mean, I think people here are quite keen on Oprah, and perhaps her doing that and becoming the interviewee has been a bit interesting to.
Yeah, did they ever show Oprah's show over here? Because I remember growing up on things like Montel and Ricky Lake. Ricky Lake.
Yeah.
Ricky Williams?
Ricky Williams.
Anyway, yeah, no, like Ricky
Go
Lake.
Ricky,
and
Jerry and all the rest of it.
Yeah, but did they ever show Oprah's show over here?
I'm sure she's on some
kind of
Sky
they did.
channel. Yeah.
It was on Sky One, and I think her channel is over here. Because she's got a
channel and a magazine and everything. She's a whole empire.
Wow.
She's got a hand in one of the channels, something like TLC or something like that. One of the channels which is specifically aimed at women that shows drama and chat shows.
Oh, okay, because is that where that whole The View show comes from? Essentially, the American version of Loose Women.
Pretty much.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, moving strictly on. Now, this next one's one I really want to talk about. At number 5, it's a new entry, Carrie.
Yeah, it's one of those films where Carrie didn't need to be remade. The original Carrie.
It definitely didn't.
I'm kind of apprehensive about seeing this one now.
Yeah, I would be as well, because it follows the same blueprints as Carrie practically to the letter. It's a complete remake, a full-on remake. There isn't very much different apart from, obviously, the overuse of special effects. Is
Is it pretty much like the Vince Vaughn remake of Psycho?
No, because that was really bad. This isn't really bad because there are redeeming elements of this movie, especially Julianne Moore, who plays Carrie's mother. She's playing it brilliantly. She is completely nuts, insane, over the top character, and she's reveling in the fact that she's got a character like this. The biggest problem is Chloe Grace Moretz, completely miscast as Carrie. Because if you look at the 1976 original and Sissy Spacek, she's got that really sort of like weird look to her. She looks like a person who was badly treated in school. And
yeah, she looks like an outsider.
Yeah, she does. Whereas
Chloe Grace Moretz looks like she could be one of the popular clique.
Yeah, she could absolutely kick their butts because we just previously seen her in Kick-Ass 2. And so she's even if you look at the poster of Carrie, you just got her face on the front of the poster with the blood dripping down, and it's just too perfect. There's makeup on her lips, etc. And she's supposed to be a character who is being sort of like kept in the dark by her mother. And it takes about 55 minutes before you get to the infamous scene with the pig's blood.
Yes.
And it uses something that I really hate. I hate CGI blood in the first place, but the director, what she does is she shoots it once, and then you get a rewind shot, and it's shot from a different angle, and then it happens again, and then again, and it sort of loses impact.
Is it kind of like, that technique they used in, like, say, the early 90s, where, like, even, especially not even in movies, but, like, in a TV series, where you knew a large portion of their budget went on blowing up a building. So you would have various angled shots of the same explosion because they just wanted to milk it for all it was worth. Is it kind of like that, only with the pig's blood?
Yeah, it is. It's exactly that.
I hate that. That's so cheesy. Sorry to interrupt, but do you know what would have made it even worse? Do they do one of the shots in horrifically slow motion?
Of course.
I'm even more apprehensive now.
Yeah, sorry. What were you going to say there, Ruth?
I cannot remember.
Sorry.
Oh, no. That's what it was. It was about, because it's such an iconic scene, do you think they were really trying to make it a bit different from the original then?
Or put their own twist
put their own stamp on it?
But how can you do that? I mean, it's pig's blood being dropped on a character.
Still make it stand out, but make it a bit, I don't know.
Yeah, but how do you do that, though?
The only way they did that is because obviously you've got the use of mobile phones and things like that. So the scene that everybody starts taking the mickey out of her in school, which involves in the shower itself, and they throw things at her, that gets replayed on the big massive screens at the prom, which, by the way, the prom is very weak because they must have a really tiny little school because the place where they hold it is tiny. And so you've just got to play it out on these big, huge, massive screens, and everybody's pointing and laughing at her before she goes completely insane. So that's sort of like the only update. And then you go into major CGI territory with I describe Carrie as Magneto in a dress because that's what she is. She's more like Magneto in a dress.
Right. So essentially she gets angry, the room starts flying about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, okay. So would you recommend it? Who would you recommend it for? Would you recommend it for big fans of the book, fans of the original movie? Would you recommend people who've never even heard of Carrie going to watch it?
That's the only audience I would recommend it to. People who don't know the story of Carrie, who's not seen the TV series, who've not seen the film, who's not read the book. So I would recommend it just to them. I think there was some people in the audience who were 15, 16 when I went to see it, and it is aimed at them. It is an MTV movie.
Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm just going to agree and say yeah.
Okay, fair enough. At number 4, it's another new entry, Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah, this is the story about the creation of Mary Poppins. And Emma Thompson plays P.L. Travers, who created Mary Poppins. And how the fact that Walt Disney, who's played by Tom Hanks, spent about 20 years trying to persuade her that he should hand over the rights to Mary Poppins so he could create a movie, because he said to his children that he always wanted the book turned into a film, but because P.L. Travers was such a person who cared for the character so much, she didn't want to see Mary Poppins being destroyed in her way. It's an amazing film. If you've seen Mary Poppins, I saw Mary Poppins when I was a kid, and I've seen it multiple times over. While I was watching this, when you get the songs like Let's Go Fly a Kite and stuff like that, I started singing along to them in my head.
Can I tell you, I did exactly the same thing. I was tapping my foot and everything.
Yeah, Ruth,
loved it.
I loved it.
Ruth practically burst into a glow of white light the second that I announced the title of this movie here, because